WHCS Channel 29 in Hampton presents high school basketball. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hintz as we are here at the Phoebus Phantoms Gymnasium for tonight's girls game between the Lady Phantoms and the Lady Warriors. Bob, we kind of got rushed into everything here. I hope we got all our information. We've already had an introduction of the starting lineups, or actually as we speak they're being introduced. We'll try and catch the fans up on exactly who the players are.
Right.
What have you got on both of these teams coming in?
Coming in, I got a chance to talk to both of the coaches. Right now, Kecoughtan is in a tie for number 7th in the district. They have a record of 10 and 5 and 5 and 12 overall. Phoebus is number 2 in the district, and they will play the number 8, or I'm sorry, the number 7 team. So it's very possible that these two teams could square off in the very first round of the district tournament, which starts Friday. We have the number 1 and the number 2 leading scorer in the district. Terry Williams, 19-9 for Phoebus, and Christy Hill, 19-5 for Kecoughtan. So we have makings of a real good game here. The Phoebus team is coached by Mike Talon, and the Kecoughtan team is coached by Gordon White, and it looks like we're going to have a real good team, a real good game here tonight, Tim.
You're looking into the huddle of the Phoebus Phantoms, the homestanding Phoebus Phantoms. They'll be wearing the white uniforms with the blue numerals and yellow trim. Of course, the Kecoughtan Warriors, the green and white of Kecoughtan, and they will be, of course, the visitors for tonight. And I might remind you that we have a second game coming up right after this one. We'll have the boys game between the boys Warriors team and the boys Phantoms team.
Well, Tim, when we got a chance before they go out there, let me give you the starters. For the Kecoughtan Warriors, it's going to be 21, Christy Hill, number 13, Dawn Paps, number 23, Darlene Moore, number 24, Tony Pardue, and number 15, Felicia Kemp. Starting for the Phantoms will be number 10, Nikki Reed, number 11, Twiz Jenkins, number 21, Casey Brown, number 23, Terry Williams, who is the leading scorer, and number 33, Tawana Whitehurst. She is the only senior on Phoebus' team, so they're a very young team. Kecoughtan has number 13, their point guard, who is a very fine ball player, is only a 9th grader, so they've got her for 3 more years, so we're going to see some real good basketball here tonight.
Okay, we're going to have Felicia Kemp, number 15, jumping for the Warriors, and for the Phantoms will be number 21, that's Casey Brown, and they'll be jumping at center court, the only jump of the ball game, of course, and it's controlled by the Phantoms.
The Kecoughtan is going to drop back into a 2-3 zone. They feel like they've got to rebound well against the Phantoms and hope to keep the ball away from Terry Williams.
Phoebus moving the ball around, looking, as you said, Bob, inside that zone, trying to find an open player who is relatively close to the basket. Just underway from Phoebus. Shot put up and good off the glass. As banking it in was Phoebus's leading scorer, Terry Williams, with her first 2 points of the ball game. Full court press being applied against the Warriors. Left-handed dribble to the area just across the center court, and now Kecoughtan will set it up. Quick jumper off the rim, no good, and Phoebus comes off with the basketball. And
that's one of the mistakes that Kecoughtan has made. They just stood and looked at the ball and nobody went to it. They've got to rebound and go towards the ball, but you see how Terry Williams can shoot that ball. She's a very good outside shooter as well as inside.
Phoebus looking inside again. Now they've got it in on the low post, up a little bit short, and rebounded by the Warriors. Comes off in the hands of Darlene Moore.
Now when Phoebus will score, they'll go into a zone trap. It looks like a man-to-man, and then they'll trap out of that. And they're trapping right out of their zone. They were back in a 2-3 zone, the ball went to the wing, and they trapped out and caused a turnover.
Casey Brown came up with the ball for Phoebus. This is Williams on the dribble. In the corner, drives the baseline, and we've got a whistle traveling. Bob, did you get a chance to get the names of the officials for tonight's game?
Yes, I did. I got them written down here somewhere. Get them. We got Tom Stevenson, who is the umpire, and Mark Metz, who is the referee tonight.
Tom Stevenson is the man with the basketball right now. We had him for the last game we did.
Yes, we did when we was over doing the Bethel-Hampton game, and he did a real fine job over there. I told him he's trying to become a celebrity, and every time we do a game, he's going to try to referee it.
2-0 in favor of the Phantoms. Shot is short, rebounded by the Warriors. And now we're going to have a 3-second violation as the Warriors rebounder just simply couldn't find anybody to throw the basketball to. And of course, she was in the lane well more than the 3 seconds allowed.
Right, she's just a sophomore, and she's got to learn that when you get the ball under there, you got to make a move to the basket and hopefully pick up a foul.
Inside pass is knocked away, and the Warriors will come up with the basketball.
This is Don Paps bringing the ball up, and she is their point guard and general on the floor. She's like the quarterback.
From the free throw line, shot off the heel of the rim, comes off in the hands of the Phoebus Phantoms. Twiz Jenkins down quickly on the left-hand side, held up momentarily by Don Paps. Now it comes out to the top of the key. This is Williams, tries to drive the baseline, double team there. She'll get the ball back again.
Mike Talon told me that he's going to try to push the ball up the court before the Kecoughtan Warriors can get set up into their zone. And that's what he's been trying to do when they get a turnover.
Phoebus will take the shot. Again off the heel and rebounded inside by the Warriors.
And then number 10 for the Phoebus Phantoms, Mickey Reed, is also just a 9th grader. So they have some 9th graders on both these teams. And this is one thing one of the coaches have been talking about is they wish that they had, fine shot by Christy Hill.
So the 2 leading scorers in the district have the points for both teams, 2-2. A little more than 4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Just a quick reminder, in high school basketball, you've got 4 8-minute quarters. Inside, we've got traveling called on the Phantoms.
Well, this is one thing
Stacey Brown lost the dribble and then walked with the basketball.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Tim, but I wanted to get that point in I was trying to make. In the Hampton system, there is no JV program for the girls. And that's why you'll see a lot of the 9th graders on the varsity teams.
Kecoughtan will inbound. This is Christy Hill bringing the ball up. Tony Pardue back to Hill. And now they break the timeline. This is Don Paps calling out the play. Kecoughtan moves the ball around, tied at 2, a little more than 4 minutes to go. Off the heel of the rim. Strong rebound comes out for Nikki Reed. Battle for the ball. And we've got a foul on Don Paps, and she will be called for the personal foul. She was hustling after that basketball. She and Tony, check that, not Tony Perdue, but rather
Twiz Jenkins.
Twiz Jenkins, okay.
We will apologize ahead of time in case we mispronounce any of these names.
I'm lucky if I can even make out any of them. I got here 2 seconds, or 2 minutes, I should say, before they threw the ball up. So on a hurried setup here, you might say. 3:45 remaining. Still only 2 points scored for each team. From the free throw line, good. Terry Williams gets her 4th point of the ball.
Now they're going to go into their zone trap.
Good heads-up play on the part of Tony Pardue. She saw that anticipated steal coming and knocked the ball away. Now a backcourt violation called against the Warriors.
Christie knew that she had to get across the timeline, so it wouldn't be a backcourt, and then it was not a good pass for the situation where she was, and ended up having a turnover. You can see what Phoebus' strategy is to swing the ball and try to get Terry Williams where she is one-on-one or got a nice open jump shot 15 feet from the basket.
Darlene Moore of the Warriors called for the blocking foul. It'll be a player control foul, no shots. And Phoebus will inbounds under their basket, and Nikki Reed will be the person to trigger. In it comes for Terry Williams. 4-2 Phoebus. They've got the lead and the basketball.
Very patient.
I was just going to say, you took the words out of my mouth.
They
They're very
really
patient.
are, and that's a sign of Mike Talon, their coach. He wants these girls to penetrate and swing the ball, but they're not panicking, and they're not just throwing the ball up because they're tired of passing it. You notice that they're getting the ball inside. That was a good move inside, and it was a good high percentage shot. They just didn't fall for it.
Casey Brown, number 21, put the ball up for the Phantoms, came off the rim, and the Warriors now with a chance to tie. Bring the ball around. Don Paps drives, puts it up and in.
That was a set play that Coach White called from the sideline. He called that play, and Don Paps went down to the corner, drove in, made a nice shot.
So Don makes it a 4-4 ball game. Almost steps.
Real close.
Inside of 2 minutes to go, 4-4. Phoebus looking to take the lead. This is the district scoring leader. Terry Williams just dished off in the corner. Quiz Jenkins back outside to Nikki Reed. Inside it goes, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Don Paps called for her second foul. And the intended ball receiver for Phoebus.
Well, that's 2 on Dawn Paps, and they can ill afford to get her into foul trouble in this first half. They need her because she is the one that'll bring the ball up the floor, her and Christie, and you don't want to wear out your leading scorer by having her bring the ball up the court all the time.
Kecoughtan gets the ball back with a chance for them to take the lead before the expiration of the first quarter. Shot up and good. Basket counts.
She knew that she got smacked right in the face when she let that ball off. But that young lady is a tremendous offensive ball player. Her only faults are she doesn't play defense as well as the coaches would like her to. But again, that comes from experience and just working on your defense. It's real easy to go out and shoot a ball. That's a lot of fun, but it's hard to work on defense. But she's got a lot of potential, and she'll play some college ball.
She's got a real nice shot. She really has good form. When she shoots the ball, she really knows what she's doing. It's very evident.
She's got a good release on the ball and a nice backspin, and that's what you look for on a good shooter. And that's the shooter's roll.
Got the shooter's roll. Christy Hill with 5 points. Her team leads 7-4. Kecoughtan 10-5 on the season. The Phantoms 11-4. The district tournament gets underway this Friday. Inside of a minute to go now. 7-4 in favor of Kecoughtan. From deep in the corner, the shot off the rim, tipped around, and finally controlled by the Phantoms. From the key.
And that's where you want your score to be.
Ball loose, finally is picked up by the Warriors.
Well, we got a half a minute to go, Tim, and the Kecoughtan has a good chance of going in the end of the first quarter with the lead.
Darlene Moore, and we got traveling. Dawn Paps looked to one side, moved toward the other side, and then hesitated on her pass and then dragged that foot.
Well, the reason she hesitated is because they anticipated her pass. She should have not been. She's going down and going to the right side each time, going to Christy Hill, and the defense is just thinking about what she's going to do.
In and out as Williams has a lid on it. Rebound put up, no good. Tipped around. Controlled by the Phantoms inside of 10 seconds, and no shot as a traveling call is whistled down against Terry Williams.
Coach didn't agree with that call at all, and I can appreciate it because I was sitting on the bench myself, and I know. And you need to get the shot up, and if she does, she knows.
An air ball thrown up, 1 tick of the clock remaining. I've got one player, Bob, I wonder if I can get you to check on number 32 for Kecoughtan. I don't have a name, I checked that for Phoebus, and I don't have a name to go with the number.
I don't either.
Well, we'll check on that as we have seen the horn sound here after 1 period of play. Our score is Kecoughtan 7 and Phoebus 4.
We have a roving microphone with A.G. Womble is going to go into the huddle, and hopefully we'll listen to what's going on with Mike Talent.
With that laid-back zone. You understand me? Y'all are trying to pass the ball outside, and all they're doing is packing it in. You've got to start attacking the gaps and playing it more as a man-to-man rather than a zone. Do you understand that? Yes. And Tawana, you, dear, are running the wrong play consistently. We're running out of a stack. You're supposed to be going low to the ball, and you keep coming high, and you're plugging the holes up. You understand that? Casey, check back in for the knee. Get your head in the game and play aggressive basketball. We have been trapping out of the zone all night except for you. Every game, ladies, we give you specific duties to perform. In every game, you wait until the third or fourth quarter before you decide to listen. Now get back out here and put constant pressure on the ball, push it down the floor, and attack the zone. You're letting them stay in the game because you're playing so passive, just like they are. Now let's go, Pete.
Picking up some of that stuff that was going on in the huddle with Mike Talon, the coach for the Phoebus. He's very upset here. He's got the number 2 team in the district, and they're trailing the Warriors by 3 points at the end of the first half. The Phoebus shot just 20% that first quarter, and Kecoughtan shot 35%. So neither one of the teams are tearing up the nets.
Phoebus scoring came from their leading scorer, Terry Williams. She has their 4 points. And Christy Hill has 5 of the 7 for Kecoughtan, with Dawn Pabst getting the other bucket. So we have a 7-4 game, and we've cleared it up now. 32 is Twana Whitehurst. So
right.
We got a name to go along with that. We had her down for a different number and couldn't match it up.
Dawn Pabst is 11.6 per average this year, and she's the 6th leading scorer in the district. So Kecoughtan's got 2 good offensive threats out there, and that's why Kecoughtan can ill afford to lose Dawn on fouls. She already has 2, but in that zone she should be protected pretty well.
Ball comes back to Christy Hill. Inside, knocked away by Whitehurst, and she'll double dribble or carry the ball, walk with it.
Well, I think she wanted to pass it, and then the person she was passing on had her back to her, so she grabbed the ball again, which you can't do. But that was a good anticipation on her part. She anticipated where that pass was going to go and did a good job of picking it off. They're going to try to trap out of that zone, and I tell you, Christy Hill has just got a phenomenal offensive shot there. That's
does.
beautiful.
She has the best form of anyone I've seen, boy or girl, so far in the high school ranks this year. And of course, I've only seen a limited number of games, but she really knows how to throw that ball up correctly. Williams, no. Whitehurst, yes.
And you got the big girl underneath the basket and get the rebounds like that. It really helps. Now they're into a 1-2-1-1 trap.
And it works as they get the ball on the turnover, up off the glass and good.
And it's a quick 4 points, and that's a 1-point game, and Kecoughtan's going to call a timeout real quick.
So very quickly, Terry Williams scores right after Twana Whitehurst scores, and that makes it 9-8 now. And we're going to see if AG can't get down into the Kecoughtan huddle and pick up some of the direction from head coach Gordon White.
Right, we're going to check on the action in the Kecoughtan huddle. So we hope that wireless mic will pick up this time.
And putting 2 people over here. That's all they're doing, okay? Now, what you got to do is to use this. You can't just throw the ball to anybody. You, Darlene, you got to run to this middle right here so you can get the ball here, okay? Hey, you go to ball side. No.
Hey, when the ball's coming, make sure you leave the ball.
On split, listen to me. When the ball comes in, they are sending 1 person to Christy and 2 people to the ball, okay? You trade places with her and you run to the middle so you can get the ball. And then we split and come down, okay? So we don't want to get no turnovers on that ball and that press. We can beat the press. Just take your time, all right? Let's go, gang. Come on, man. The baseline green.
Basically, what Coach White was saying in the huddle was that he wants the team to go towards the ball on a pass. Don't stand there and wait for it. And the Kecoughtan team has got to go to certain areas and then break to the ball on the pass, and they're not doing that.
Ball comes in, it's knocked away, and they'll give the ball back to the Kecoughtan Warriors. Christy Hill will inbounds for the Lady Warriors. Pressing defense, and this time we're going to call Terry Williams on the foul. Dawn Pabst had gone after the ball, and Terry Williams was all over her back. That's Terry's first foul.
And the coach is calling a matchup, so they're going to try to play man-to-man. And then they're trapping right out of that man-to-man.
Again, that defense causing problems as the Warriors turned the ball over. Looked like Christy Hill had difficulty and just bounced it off her foot out of bounds. This is Williams. Twiz Jenkins looks inside.
It should have been a 5-second call. You got a 5 seconds there. If you've got the ball covered and not moving, you can get a turnover on that.
Nikki Reed looking to get someone to the ball. Inside it goes, off the glass and good by Casey Brown. That's her first bucket of the evening. And now it's a 10-9 score in favor of the homestanding Phoebus Phantoms. This is Dawn Paps as they break that press. And a 3-on-1. Paps will take it off the rim, no good. Got her own rebound, no good again. Inside, and we've got a whistle. And a foul is going to be called on Casey Brown.
Number 24 getting a rebound, Tony Pardue, but that's the first time that Kecoughtan has ended up with 2 rebounds, and had real good chance of getting a basket, but I'm surprised that they didn't call a foul on the shot. Yeah, I thought she was too. I was looking for a foul shot, but obviously she pushed it before she got the ball or something.
Christy Hill from 17, off the rim, a little bit short. Inside, good rebound.
Oh, nice one by the Kecoughtan young lady.
Felicia Kemp
did a good job rebounding and putting that ball back up.
So the lead seesaws back and forth now. It's 11-9. Check that, 11-10 in favor of Kecoughtan.
You notice they look for Terry Williams in every opportunity they can, but they do try to get the ball inside to their bigger people. So they're not playing as a one team. That was a nice steal.
They say the ball was last touched by the Warriors. I would assume that Tony Pardue, number 24, was the last person to touch the ball before it went out of bounds, so Phoebus will inbound. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. 11-10 in favor of Kecoughtan. Inside, all alone. Good move to the basket and in. Casey Brown has 4 points.
Come on, Nikki!
And the lead is taken back over now by the homestanding Phantoms. Kecoughtan has to get that ball across the center court line in 10 seconds. They do. And now we've got a foul as, again, Casey Brown was a little bit overly aggressive and was called for the personal. That's her second.
Right. What's happening is Tony Pardue gets the ball and she doesn't want it. She wants to get it up to one of the good ball handlers of either Dawn Paps or Christy Hill. And she gets the ball and she's ready to throw it back right away rather than to bring it across the timeline. And I know that's what Coach White wants them to do, is get the ball across that timeline so they can set up their offense. They're in a 2-1-2 and they're going to trap out of that 2-1-2 defense. They're going to try to trap on the, and you got a young lady standing in the lane. That hurts because she was way out of play. There's no, the offense was on the other side of the court and she's standing in the lane. That hurts.
Felicia Kemp in the lane a little bit too long, and the ball turns back over to the Phoebus Phantoms. They've got a 1-point lead, trying to extend it.
Gotta help!
Good pass out of the corner, as you can possibly hear Mike Talon on our mic. From the free throw line, Terry Williams, and she has 8 points. Nothing wrong with her shooting style either. We were talking about Christy Hill, but Terry Williams, you can always tell the good shooters. They got the right kind of technique, and that's what it's all about.
They're both fine shooters.
From 18, the shot no good, as Christy Hill was really putting that ball up from way outside.
She is a young lady that starts shooting when she gets off the bus, but she has got a fine shot. They're going to call that foul on the young lady. It was after the shot, but they are, it looks like they're in the, yeah, they are in the bonus, so she'll be getting a 1-1. I don't know if she's going to give her, she is going to give her a 2-shot foul on that.
4:16 remaining in the first half, and Kecoughtan is in the bonus situation. And this one bounces around. She doesn't get the roll this time. You can see the disgust on the face of Christy Hill. She's obviously a very avid basketball player, a good competitor. Wants to score those points.
Very, very intense. Very intense when it comes to shooting. She really works on that shot, and you can, as you alluded to, she's just got a tremendous form.
14-12, a 2-point lead for the Phantoms, and they throw the ball away. So the Kecoughtan Warriors now will have a chance to bring it down and go for the tie. We've got a timeout being called.
This is one thing that Mike Talon had talked to me earlier about, was he was going to try to do a skip pass on that zone to get the ball over, skip one person over there before the zone can shift and maybe get it to his top shooter. Right now, it's a much closer game than I'm sure that Mike Talon, the Phoebus coach, thought it would be, and I know that Gordon White has got to be real pleased with the way that the Kecoughtan Warriors are playing. They're playing not like a team that's tied for 7th place, playing against the number 2 team.
Of course, their overall records are not that dissimilar, with the 10-5, if I've got this correct. Kecoughtan 10-5 and 11-4 for the Phantoms.
It's 5 and 10.
5 and 10. That makes a difference.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure that out, Bob. I figured I had something backwards.
Yeah, that could have been the way I gave it to you too. I don't know. I'll take the blunt of that one, because I'm the one who did mention what the record was.
Computer error. Let's do that. Computer error.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay, we've got 4:08 left here in the first half. This is the first of 2 games tonight. We'll be bringing you the boys' game following this game immediately. There you see our scoreboard. The picture on our monitor looks real strong. The light in the Phoebus gym here is not particularly great, so if your picture's a little dark at home, that might be the reason why, but our picture looks real strong.
It really does look strong here, and we've got a decent crowd here for the game so far, and they'll give you shots time and again of the crowd. But you notice both of these coaches are keeping the teams in the huddle a long time. I believe AG's got something to tell us about what happened in the huddle of the Phoebus.
Yeah, Bob and Tim just overheard Coach Talon. He wants them to get the ball inside. He's unhappy with the fact that they're not getting the ball inside.
Well, that sounds good. I'm sure he isn't happy. I heard him doing a little screaming over there.
All you coaches scream. I don't care if you're winning by 20 or losing by 20.
Oh, is that true?
I've heard you guys. The nation's a loser, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's why you got out of it.
I'm done screaming.
From 13, the shot is no good by Hill. The rebound put up and in.
Oh, that was a nice shot. Straight up, you're underneath the basket. That's a hard shot to shoot because you don't have anything to bank it off of.
So Darlene Moore becomes the 4th Kecoughtan Warrior to hit the score column, and we're tied at 14. A little more than 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Nikki Reed with the ball, looks inside, now passes on the left side for Twiz Jenkins. Left-handed dribble, she holds it up, looks in the corner. Terry Williams eyes the basket, back out to Jenkins. Reed back over to Williams now, and she traveled with the basketball. The shot went in, but it will not count, as the official, Stevenson, ruled she traveled before the shot.
Now on the fake, she moved both feet. When she faked the ball to drive in, it was a good move, but she's got to keep that pivot foot straight. And they're going to really control and put a lot of pressure on the Kecoughtan team bringing the ball up the court.
Off the glass a little strong. Rebound put up, no good. Battle inside, and we've got a whistle. Wait for the official to call this one. I'm not sure who they're going to call the foul.
Called it on 1-5 green, which is Felicia Kemp. He called up for the foul, and you could have called anybody. Everybody was bumping everybody in there on that one. That's what Al McGuire might say, no harm, no foul.
Player control foul, as Phoebus still has not reached the bonus, and we've got a foul again. Offensive foul, as a little bit out of control was Twiz Jenkins. She made the pass and then could not stop her momentum as she plowed right into one of the Kecoughtan players. And that is the 3rd foul on Twiz Jenkins, so that will necessitate a substitution right now. Yolanda Keeler will come into the game in place of Twiz Jenkins. Phantoms getting a little bit of foul trouble. They have 2 fouls on Casey Brown and 3 on Twiz Jenkins.
And already, see, Kecoughtan is not in the bonus. Phoebus isn't in the bonus yet, so that's got to help the Warriors.
Pass inside is knocked away and last touched by the Phantoms. So Kecoughtan will keep possession. Terry Williams, check that, Christy Hill will trigger for the Warriors. Now we have Dawn Paps, swings the ball around. Pardue back to Paps. Paps looked inside and then holds up. Wants to go inside. Dawn Paps dragged that pivot foot. So 2 times in a row now we've seen, in the efforts to fake out the defender, the ball handler is dragging those feet.
Right, and I don't know if the fans could pick it up or not, but the number 10 for the Phantoms, Nikki Reed, is playing man-to-man on Christy Hill. It's almost like a box and one. They're going to just keep the ball away from her.
Blocking foul inside, as we saw Terry Williams driving the lane. And we got this foul being whistled down on
Darlene Moore, number 23.
Moore. Okay. I have that as her second. 2 shots coming for Terry Wims, and she misses the first.
That would be 2 the Kecoughtan young ladies have got 2. Dawn Paps, we know, has got 2. And then they got the 3 fouls on Twiz Jenkins for the Phoebus.
So the tie is broken. And that's the 9th point for Terry Wims. Good anticipation. The Phoebus Phantoms had it momentarily. Get it back, lose it, get it back. And now this is Nikki Reed. Line to Keeler, back to Reed, looking inside. This is Williams, drives the lane, puts a prayer up, and then battles for the rebound with her teammate. Now she'll put it up from 12, and we've got a whistle inside.
Terry, hey, you want to sit down?
And we've got a
White. That's Whitehurst young lady, I believe it is, isn't
Yep, Shawana Whitehurst is called for the foul.
And that would be a 1-and-1, and that put Christy Hill on the line. If you want a shooter on the line, Christy would be my pick to put on the line for the Warriors.
I've got her down as 2 for 3 at the free throw line, and she has a total of 8 points. Shooting 1-and-1.
That ties it up, and she got a chance to take the lead.
15 all with 1:55 remaining in the first half. You just joined us. This is Tim Cole with Bob Hintz as we are at the Phoebus Phantoms Gymnasium. And we'll have one more game right after this one for you.
And hopefully we'll be a little more prepared. We'll walk in the gym and ready to go. Starting the game at 15 minutes past the JV, you don't know when the JV contest is going to end.
Phoebus, again, being very patient on offense. Now Terry Williams will gun it up. And inside, good position for the Warriors. And that was Darlene Moore coming off with the rebound.
That's a little out of her range, I believe. She should have been.
Again, as a coach, it drives you crazy when you work for almost a minute and a half and get an 18-foot shot.
Really. And that's number 15 for the Warriors who fouled, Felicia Kemp. And that puts the Phantoms in the 1-and-1 situation.
Substitution now for Kecoughtan. Kemp will come out, and Lynetta Hailstock will check in, number 32.
And she is also just a freshman, Tim. So they've got, the Warriors got 2 freshmen on the floor right now.
Terry Williams on the front end of the 1-and-1 connects. We're tied at 16, and Terry has 10 points, 10 of those 16 for Terry Williams.
And you see who they want to have on the line.
Got a lane violation on Christy Hill, I believe the official whistled down, so even though the shot was no good, we've seen that in both of the games that we've done, a lot more calling of that. The officials are trying to keep those players out of the lane until they're allowed in. This one rims the basket, comes off to the Warriors. We're tied at 16. No shot clock in high school basketball.
We have almost just a little over a minute to go, and I know Kecoughtan is a lot closer than they were the first time they played this Phoebus team.
Dawn Paps' shot way off, but the rebound inside put up no good. Dawn Paps, good job of getting the rebound. Her shot again no good. Battle for the rebound, and we'll have a jump ball. And the possession will belong to the Phoebus Phantoms. Again, the only time in the high school games that they jump for the ball is at the beginning of the game. And then you go into the change of possession rule. So next time next time there's a tie-up, then the ball will be awarded to the Warriors. 40 seconds remaining in the half.
All you want to do is hold the ball.
And the ball kicked momentarily by Tony Purdue.
Yeah.
34 seconds. Phoebus may be going for the last shot. Inbounds, it comes to Keeler. Back to Nikki Reed. In the corner. Now it comes to Williams. Williams, a nice 10-footer.
Oh, she flashed into the open of the zone and did a good job. And have a chance to increase their lead.
Williams, no good. He rebound inside by the Warriors. 10 seconds to go. I'm not sure that they're aware of the time. Now apparently they are. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Christy Hill from 18. No good.
And that was a smart. She knew that she had just enough time to get across and take that jump shot. I think it's a real good first half so far with 18-16 with the Warriors is only down by 2. I know Mike Talon is very upset. I can hear him over there. You might be picking him up on our microphone.
We may not want to.
But, you know, they're not doing what he wants to do, but also Kecoughtan is not doing what he thought they would do. He thought they'd come out with a 1-3-1, which they have been playing all year, and they came out with this 2-3, and they're keeping their girls off of the boards, and that's the difference right now in the game.
Well, our score at halftime is the Phoebus Phantoms 18, the Kecoughtan Warriors 16. And we'll be back with halftime statistics and the start of the second half after this brief timeout. Tim Cole, Bob Hintz, and A.G. Womble back here. We've got to quickly over to A.G.
We've already got the second seed wrapped up, and they're just out here going through the motions, and they think Kecoughtan's going to lay down and play dead. And Christy Hill she's had her best game against us the first time. She's having her second best game against her tonight, and we haven't made any adjustments. We haven't done anything we worked on in practice all week. We haven't been aggressive. We've been passive both offensively and defensively. We haven't gotten off the floor to rebound. We haven't boxed out. We haven't done the fundamental things to win. And we're very fortunate to be in the position we're in now.
Okay, Mike, good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, very quickly, you were listening to Coach Mike Talon's comments to A.G. Womble here just before the start of the second half. Steve Wright, our statistician, has provided us with more statistics than we can possibly use.
He's doing a real fantastic job.
And when I get an opportunity here as the play begins in the second half, Kecoughtan will have possession, and they are trailing by 2 points at halftime. Kecoughtan, in the first half, shot only 30% from the floor, and they had 6 out of 20, with 4 out of 5 for 80% from the free throw line. For the Phantoms of Phoebus, they were not much better at 34% from the floor and only 50% from the free throw line. The turnover is the big difference. Kecoughtan turned the ball over 9 times and only 13. Check that. Phoebus turned the ball over 9 times. Kecoughtan turned it over. I got it backwards again.
No, Kecoughtan turned it over 12 times.
12
You're
times.
right.
And Phoebus 9 times. Okay.
Well, Phoebus came out right away into a box and one on Christie, and it looks like they're also trying to put a man on Don, trying to keep the ball away from those 2 people. The rest of the team don't know what to do there. Well, that was no harm, no foul.
Just to round out all these fine statistics we got from Steve, the rebounding in the first half was in favor of Kecoughtan as they had 12 rebounds to a total of 8 for the Phantoms.
Kecoughtan came away with the ball that time on a nice rebound. Well, let's see what they're doing. They are mirroring, number 11 is mirroring Christy Hill. That's Twiz Jenkins for the Phantoms.
Christy Hill puts it up, gets the roll.
She had a gal right in her face, and she still put the ball up, but she was only about 12, 13 feet from the basket. But she's going to have to work herself open because she has got a girl playing her man-to-man.
Christy had 10 points at halftime. That gives her 12 now. The leading scorer in the first half was Terry Williams, who had a total of 12 points for the Phantoms, and she was followed by Casey Brown with 4 and Twana Whitehurst with 2. Only 3 players scoring for the Phantoms in the first half. As I said, Christy Hill had 10, and then 2 each for Dawn Paps, Darlene Moore, and Felicia Kemp. Rounding out the scoring, this is Dawn Paps, who is, my age is showing, Bob. That Dawn Paps, as we confirmed at halftime, is the daughter of John Paps, who I went to school with. But she's very young. I just like
well, you were very young when you were in school. John Paps has got 4 fine children, and they're all very active. 2 of them are good baseball players. Don is a good basketball player, and the other young lady is a real good cheerleader, so they're all very active. And you are showing your age, Tim. I wanted to tell you that.
Terry Williams ties the score at 20. Kecoughtan with the ball. This is Don Paps at half court, guarded closely by Nikki Reed. Now Paps will put it up off the heel of the rim. And out very quickly come the Phantoms. 3-on-1. Down the center lane. Nice dish off and a little trouble on the handling of the ball. Inside, the ball is still loose, finally controlled.
I know
by
Mike.
Kecoughtan.
Mike's got to feel real bad. You had a 3-on-1, and you should have come out with a good shot. The gal kind of fumbled the ball and didn't get a good shot off. But number 10 now is on Christy Hill. They're switching and put Nikki Reed on her. But she just got to move and work and try to get the shot, which she did that time. But she's going to get her shots.
Nice move, Casey Brown. And she was the one that brought that ball up the court moments ago on that 3-on-1 and couldn't convert. This time she does. She pulled it up and shot from 12 feet herself. Canned the basket. It's 22-20 in favor of Phoebus. Kecoughtan gets it across the timeline. This is Christy Hill. Looking inside at the top of the key. Tony Purdue puts it up. And last touched by the Warriors. So Phoebus with a 2-point lead and the basketball.
That was number 23, Darlene Moore, to hit the ball. You had to be in position as official to see who hit that one because you couldn't tell from here. But these officials doing a real fine job, Tim.
And a traveling call as once again Terry Williams moved both feet before she put the ball on the floor. And of course that is traveling.
And I know that makes Mike Talon very angry because she's thinking offense and shooting the ball instead of working around and maybe getting a good shot off.
And Christy Hill had some difficulty finding an open player to throw the inbounds pass to, and very wisely called a timeout.
Sure did.
So I think what we're going to do is have AG is now going to slip down to the Kecoughtan Warrior bench and see if he can pick up some of the insight from head coach Gordon White over there at the Kecoughtan bench. There you are looking at the
like robots.
You
have got to move quickly.
There you see the Kecoughtan
That's why it's called
bench.
split, because you move quickly.
Dressed very nattily tonight in his blue sweater, gray slacks. That's him leaning in.
You come get the ball. You got to move
Looks
in a
like
hurry.
he's eavesdropping,
Tony,
but that's what he's
you
doing.
come on back down
That's
here.
exactly what he's doing.
Come on back down here. You get in the split and move quickly. Get the ball to Darlene. Now, Darlene, you go right back to Dawn or Christy. All right? And then bring it on down. All right? Now, set your
points
press up.
for Terry Williams of the Phoebus Phantoms. She leads all scorers.
Go to the opposite side that Dawn goes to.
Closely behind her.
We're going to get the ball to Christy in the center.
So close, as a matter of fact, that she also has 14. It's Christy Hill.
Got
so
3 fouls on her.
leading scorers are living up to their reputation tonight. They each have 14 points, both of them averaging just a shade under 20.
Well, I know that Mike Talon wants his girls to do a little. He wants them to be a little more aggressive out there. They're the number 2 team in the district. Can very well play Kecoughtan. If Kecoughtan loses tonight, then there'll be a coin flip between them and Denby to see who will be number 8. And whoever's number 8 will play the number 1 Bethel team, and the 7th team will play the Phoebus team.
Of course, the last game we did, we watched the Bethel Bruins girls team just demolish the Hampton girls team, and they haven't stopped running ever since. Hill puts it up, it's good, and
nice
she's fouled by Terry Williams. You might have heard Mike Talon, the coach, saying, yes, you did, telling his player that you got her on the arm.
She did that, and I'm just amazed every time I see Christy play how well she shoots the ball, but that's something she has worked at real hard, and she is doing a good job of working herself free tonight with that one girl that's dogging her, playing her man-to-man, and she's got to move a lot harder, so now when she gets the ball, she's got to gather herself and make a shot.
Off the rim, no good, but she gets her own rebound. Same shot the last time. This time it does not go for. And a battle for the rebound, the Phoebus Phantoms come out with it. Nikki Reed holds it up. Now she moves down the lane very quickly. And who's the foul going to be called on? I believe they're going to call a blocking foul on Tony Purdue.
That's who they're calling it on. She didn't get over in front of her in time, but that was a smart move because that young lady would have gone all the way and shot a layup. So that was not a bad foul. I believe that's the first one for Tony.
As I have it, that's correct. From the corner, Williams, good.
I tell you, these two ladies are putting on a clinic on shooting tonight, Terry Williams and Christy Hill.
And they're tied. Their scoring battle is a dead tie, 16 points apiece. 24-22, Phoebus ahead by 2, Kecoughtan looking to tie the game. Don Paps swings the ball around, back to Purdue, back to Paps. Inside it goes, knocked away. Last touch by one of the Phoebus Phantoms.
I believe it was the Whitehurst, Yolanda Whitehurst that knocked the ball away that time. She is the tallest girl on the team, number 32. And in fact, the tallest girl on the court.
Excuse me, Candace Bluestone, number 20, checks in for Kecoughtan, replacing Tony Pardue. Hill lost her balance and traveled with the basketball. So she kind of lost her footing, got tangled up in her feet, and turned the ball over to the Phantoms.
Well, that's one thing. If she does something wrong, if she tries to make the move one-on-one against, whether you got a man on you and you're going into a zone, she's got to move and get herself open and then take the shot. It's hard to do all the movement by yourself with the dribble.
Nikki Reed has the ball rim the basket. Last touch by Kecoughtan, so the Phantoms will keep possession. 3:07 remaining here in the third quarter. 24-22, Phoebus on top, and they've got the basketball. Terry Williams off the rim, no good. Comes out to a teammate. Whitehurst puts it up, no good. Inside battle, and finally Nikki Reed comes out of the pack.
Smallest girl on the court.
And once again, for about the 10th time, we call a traveling call.
We have talked about this in other games, Tim, about the officiating, that if you just be consistent, and these officials are consistent, and they are making some good calls, but they are being very, very consistent.
Shot up, no good, but we've got a foul. And they're going to whistle down Nikki Reed, as they'll say she reached in just before Don Pabst got the shot away, and I believe we'll see, yeah, two-shot foul.
Yeah, there'll be a two-shot. She was up. Don that's something that her dad has been working with her on. John Pabst, as you alluded to earlier, that you went to school with Don. With John, Dawn needs to work on her shot so that she gets a better release on the ball, and it's something that she has been working on, and that was a much better shot from the foul line that time, but she has a tendency to float the ball, but in time, she's going to be excellent. I know she's going to the 5-star camp up in Pennsylvania this year, which is an invitation-only basketball camp for girls.
She gets one out of the two. She has that jump shot foul shooting, which a lot of coaches like to see because you end up practicing your jump shot while you're taking your free throws. Inside, Casey Brown puts it in. 8 points for Casey Brown, good feed. And she bangs it off the glass and in. Phoebus now has a 3-point lead. Double team. Good pass by Christy Hill over to Don Pabst. Back to Hill. Hill will turn around and pump it up, no good. And off very quickly again, Casey Brown. She likes to run with the basketball. Don Pabst got good possession. Shot up, no good. Rebound, good.
That's a quick 5-point lead. They're moving the ball down the court, and this is what Mike Talon wants them to do. He wants to push that ball up the court.
Casey Brown does a real fine job, and this is her again.
Turnovers are killing them.
Casey Brown, no good.
Kecoughtan turned the ball over, 3 or 4 times right there in that very short span and gave up 6 points.
Foul is called against Felicia Kemp. I've got her down for 3, and then a timeout called by the Kecoughtan Warriors. You know, if anyone has sparked this 7-point lead now for Phoebus, it's got to be Casey Brown. She's gotten 4 of those points in this little burst, but more importantly, she's playing good defense. She's causing the turnovers.
That's the key. They are causing the turnovers with the pressure defense. And with that pressure defense, if they can get those easy baskets, and you're talking 3 or 4 or 5-footers, little layup baskets, and of course that's high percentage, and that's what Mike Town wants them to do. He was very upset in that first half that they weren't getting the baskets when they did cause Kecoughtan to turn the ball over. I don't know what Steve, our statistician, has got on his turnover sheet there for the Warriors, but I know that the Warriors have turned the ball over a whole lot more than the Phoebus Phantoms have.
A little gymnastics exhibition here.
We are blessed with some talent here on my right-hand side. Ray Hebert of the Daily Press is with us. He's gonna write the game tonight. So if we don't do a good job, we'll just read about it in the paper.
You say blessed? Is that the word you use? A minute 44 remaining here in the third quarter. Phoebus up by 7. 30-23. There you saw it on your screen a moment ago. Had some gymnastics going on here during the timeout too. The Phoebus Phantoms.
It really excited this crowd up, didn't it?
Everybody got fired up.
I thought they were making some more baskets when I was talking about Ray Hebert. Ray is here to write on and watch the boys contest, and that'll be the game that he'll be writing on. And I told him he's not allowed to sit next to us.
Casey Brown at the free throw line. She's got 10 points, make that 11. As she has been the second half spark here in order that has gotten Phoebus from a very tight ball game out to an 8-point lead. Turnovers unofficially here as she does not connect in the second. A scramble for the ball, and Kecoughtan will come up with it. Unofficially, turnovers here in the second half. Phoebus has 2, and 3 turnovers for Kecoughtan. Christy Hill, 16 points. Now we got a new name in the lineup in there. That's Sharon Moody, number 25. Hill's shot no good. She very alertly follows her own shot, puts it up, and she's fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Casey Brown called for her 3rd personal foul.
Chrissy does a good job following her own shot, and that's a sign of a good shooter. That not only can they shoot, but they're not afraid to follow up and get their own rebound, because they know when they release the ball how good of a chance that ball's got going into the hoop or not.
2 shots coming for Christy. First one real good, as she barely touched the rim or the net on that shot. She has 17 points now, and it's a battle between she and Terry Williams. Terry Williams has 18, and if Christy can convert this one, they'll both have a tie here as far as the leading scorers for the evening is concerned. And she gets the shooter's roll, so 18 points now for Christy Hill.
Well, if they can stop the Phoebus Phantoms a couple times down the court, they can get back in this game, because they're only down by 3 buckets, 6 points. But look what they're doing. They're going to pull them out of that zone. They're going to make them play man-to-man. And in high school ball, since there is no clock, the one who has to initiate is the one that's behind, and that happens to be Kecoughtan, who is on defense. And they're just going to hold the ball and make them come out and get them man-to-man. And, of course, Kecoughtan doesn't have the athletes to go with Phoebus one on man-to-man.
40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Phoebus in no great hurry. They lead by 6. They're not even really looking for the shot.
No, they're going to evidently hold it and try to take the last shot, and that's not a bad call on Mike Townley. He's got a 6-point lead. The worst is going to go into half at the end of the third quarter will be a 6-point. That's kind of a no harm, no foul type. He just touched
foul. Yeah. She barely touched her with her fingernail, but there was obvious contact made. So that'll be a player control foul, as neither team has reached the 1-on-1 yet. So again, Phoebus will bring it in. Taking the time. Coach Talon over to our left, giving directions to his team.
And that's the gal they want the ball in the hands of number 23, if they will listen.
They turn the ball over. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. That'll be the
And there's no way they can go down. But that was a smart play on Kecoughtan. Had Kecoughtan gone out and played a man-to-man, Phoebus could very well got a couple easy shots off of it. So they held it back and made a turnover, which isn't bad.
Okay, 31-25, and we're going to go in now to the huddle as H.E. Womble will take that wireless mic over there, and let's listen to Mike Talon.
It hasn't been too often tonight. Number 1, I want you and Tawana to go low post. I want Casey to go high post, and I want the 2 guards out front to split the top. You understand me? You got that? Y'all pass the ball back and forth, hit the middle when there's an opening. Casey, when you get the ball, I want you to turn and look for Terry or Tawana breaking up to get the ball. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay? You pass the ball back and forth as many times as you want to. If when they start overplaying it, zip it in the middle, then attack it. 12 press is still on. Understand? And you know the adjustment we made about the weak side guard, right? Okay, there shouldn't be any problem with that then. I want you to hustle, man.
Y'all got to keep moving.
Okay, everybody's got to keep
That fast
moving.
break, keep going.
Let's go. You got to keep the tempo up when we bring the ball down the floor. Come on, ladies. 8 minutes. Let's go.
And AG Rumble over there with the wireless mic in the huddle. The Kecoughtan Warriors have yet to break out of theirs. There you see the official, or one of the two officials for tonight's game.
And the ball will belong to the Phantoms. It's their ball, and they are in a one-on-one situation.
Phoebus on the next foul, by the way, will have a one-on-one situation. So
Right.
Kecoughtan has committed more personal fouls here. And Phoebus will inbound, leading 31-25. Fourth and final quarter. Nikki Reed to Casey Brown. She dishes off inside.
Oh, nice pass.
Juana Whitehurst gets her.
Those
third
people
full
would have
point.
shot in that ball, would have shot it.
Dawn Paps has it stolen, and then she is called for the blocking foul. Looked like she had pretty good position.
She had good position, but I believe she was fouled when she had the ball and just missed it. She was triple teamed, and they had the ball. He called the foul, and of course, again, that's a judgment call. I've been saying how good the officials were doing all night. I hate to say that it was a bad call, but in my estimation, she had good position.
Well, you know, any official who tells you he never misses a call is not being very honest with you. So they all miss him. Not to say that he did that time, but they will. Free throw no good. Casey Brown's hustle gets the ball back for the Phantoms. Casey Brown, to me, has been the big spark plug here in the second half.
He sure has. And they're going to make Kecoughtan come out and play a man-to-man or put pressure on those two guards out front.
Wiz Jenkins into Casey Brown. Jump shot, no good. Battle for inside. Brown gets it, no good. This is Whitehurst, no good. And finally knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Warriors.
They got about 3 rebounds that time, and that's where Kecoughtan's got to learn to block out so they can get that rebound.
And a traveling call. Casey Brown all over the court. Got her own rebound, but she was called for traveling in the process.
That might have been what they call a makeup call.
A little more than 7 minutes to go, fourth quarter, 33-25. Kecoughtan's been close throughout, and only here in the third quarter, or rather back in the third quarter, was where the Phantoms able to break that lead open.
Got to stop the ball. Now that was a traveling call. She lost control of the ball.
Nikki Reed pushes the ball back out for Casey Brown. Wiz Jenkins drives, penetrates, dishes it out. Brown back to Twiz Jenkins into Brown.
Wide open. She could have gone in and shot a layup, but that gives them a 10-point lead, and that's a lot of points for Kecoughtan to overcome because of they can't get the ball up the court.
13 points now in the ball game for Casey Brown. Most of those coming here in the second half. That ball lost out of bounds. It'll belong to the Warriors.
This is a very excited game. They're playing very good considering the turnovers. I'm real pleased with both teams.
Double team on Hill. She puts an air ball up, and again, Casey Brown out very quickly. Bounce pass.
Dawn Paps did a good job of breaking up that possible layup.
And another good defensive play. We got bombing the ball called against Dawn Paps.
I know that's got to be frustrating. She finally decided to take the ball to the hoop, and it was called for palming and turning the ball over.
35-25, Phoebus with a 10-point lead. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Don't go away, still to come will be the boys' game. The Kecoughtan Warriors and the Phoebus Phantoms. Inside, Jenkins puts it up good. Wiz Jenkins gets her first basket of the night. violation called against Christy Hill. The official ruled that she stepped on the end line. Phoebus gets it back, leading by 12. Brown to Jenkins. Jenkins now drives, sides the dish off.
And this is one thing that Kecoughtan didn't want to do, was play a man-to-man, and you see what's happening. They're extending their lead.
Jenkins gets her second basket. Double dribble as Dawn Papps is having a tough fourth quarter here. She lost the handle and then double dribble.
So
4:38 remaining.
Mike Talon's real happy because his girls are doing this half what he wanted them to do the first half, and the first half was real close. And this one, now they got, what, about a 14-point lead?
Well, and I think the big reason for that, if I can kind of look over Steve's shoulder here, is the fact that the turnovers, 6 of them in the second half here for Phoebus, and 8 for Kecoughtan. But the difference is that Kecoughtan has not been able to convert on their turnovers. They're getting the ball back, and then they're giving it up to Phoebus, and Phoebus is able to get the 2 points.
But they're giving the ball up underneath their own the Phoebus's basket, so when Phoebus gets the ball, they don't have to bring the ball across that timeline. All they have to do is shoot because they're within shooting range when they get the ball.
4:38 remaining, 39-24. The scoring leaders, Terry Williams for Phoebus was way out in front of any other of her teammates, and then Casey Brown has come on extremely strong here, and she has picked up a total of 13 points unofficially, has Casey Brown here, and most of those coming in the third quarter when she sparked that spurt by Phoebus.
I didn't get how many points they scored without Kecoughtan scoring, but it looked like they must have scored at least outscored them 10-0 at one stretch there.
And again, the defense had a great deal to do with that in the form of the entire team, and Casey Brown in particular, as she was able to convert on a couple of those.
This is one thing that the coaches, regardless if it's girls or boys coaches, try to let their players know that you end up making a lot of points in your team. It doesn't come from offense. It comes because you play good defense and you end up getting good percentage shots. So this is one thing that the Kecoughtan girls can learn, that you can score points, but it doesn't have to be offensively that's going to give you the points, but what you do defensively.
Williams dishes off, nice feed. Nikki Reed gets her basket. You know, coming into the game, of course, the Kecoughtan girls team had won 3 of their last 4 games. And that, of course, bodes well for them going into the tournament. You want to have the momentum.
That was Tony Pardue with an outside shot, which is not her forte, but she banked it in, and it goes in. That's what you want.
And we've got a foul called. This one will be called against Tony Pardue. So she scores at one end and then is called for the foul at the other.
Coach White has got them in some sort of a trap defense, trying to get some turnovers down at his end of the court so they can get some easy baskets.
Nikki Reed with 2 points at the free throw line with 1 and 1. And she'll get the bonus. (42-27), 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Nikki Reed, nothing but net both times. And a blocking foul. Mike Talon wanted to help the official on that call a little bit there.
But that's not the call he wanted.
And a timeout called by the Phoebus Phantoms. We're going to again have AG, who's getting a lot of mileage tonight. He's going to duck into the huddle here and listen to the last strategy here for Coach Mike Talon.
All right, listen. Terry, on the previous shot, doing it right. You're still doing what you're supposed to. You're supposed to be going to double team with the guard. Weak side guard denies the inbounds pass. You come up and pick up where the weak side guard left. You're coming over to the wrong side every time. And then you're coming up cheating too far and you're leaving 3 deep wide open. You've got to see and vision. You understand me? Here's Casey. Here, okay? Here's Nikki. Here's Twiz. Nikki comes here. Casey comes here. Twiz comes here. You go here. Understand? You've been coming over here. You go away from the pass, not to the pass. Understand? Okay, let's go.
3:49 remaining. 43-27.
I about fell asleep that time.
I think AG wants to say something.
Mike seems to be a little bit happier than he did earlier on the game. Tell him the boys.
Yeah, I know he's a lot happier, AG. The score will indicate that he's much happier.
Well, they have slowly but surely pulled out to a 16-point lead. So I guess he would be happy.
And what was it, 20-22 at halftime? So that means the Warriors have only scored 7 points.
Turnaround jumper, Christy Hill, good. So now Christy Hill has 20 points and she'll cover her average on the evening.
They're playing a man-to-man, but they're going to have to do some sort of a trapping out of that man-to-man because once the gal beats her man defensively, then the other people have got to pick her up, and if not pick her up, she goes right on in for a layup, and that time that's what Nikki did. She went right in, shot the layup, and was fouled.
At the free throw line, Nikki Reed with 4 points. She'll get 2 shots.
And she was 2 for 2 from the last time she was at the foul line. And that's called the jinx, isn't it?
That's what it's called. Almost every time. 2 for 3 and chance to make it 3 for 4. So 5 points so far now for Nikki Reed. 44-29. The Phantoms with a very comfortable lead. 3:20 remaining in the ballgame. Double team on Dawn Pabst. And she dished it off. She was hoping her teammate would grab it because she, needless to say, couldn't pick it up herself. Dawn puts up a desperation shot as she really had nowhere to go and no one to throw it to. Forced the shot up, but it just went a little
And
short.
they're playing for man-to-man on Christy Hill, and she can't get open. She needs to have somebody screen for her so she can get open.
Casey Brown, no good. Rebound comes off for the Warriors, Darlene Moore. And a whistle inside. This one is called on number 32, Twana Whitehurst. That's her second.
And that does put them,
teams.
put them both in that 1-1 now, Tim. I didn't mean to step on your
Right.
toes.
15-point lead for the Phantoms, so it's a pretty safe lead right now with just 2:42 remaining. Warriors at the free throw line, shooting 1-1. Darlene Moore has 2 points, make that 3. A basket and a free throw for Darlene Moore.
Casey, set up for Swift. Set up for Swift.
1 out of 2 for Darlene. Casey Brown quickly down the court. Now she holds it up. Phantoms in no particular hurry. Terry Williams will shoot it, no good, and she's fouled. And Darlene Moore called for her 3rd personal foul. At the free throw line will be Terry Williams with 18 points. She'll have 2 shots. Don't go away. Right after this game, we'll have the boys game between the Kecoughtan Warriors boys team and the Phoebus Phantoms. $19 points now. Terry Williams with 19. Casey Brown with 13. So now we have a dead heat between the scoring leaders in the district, each with 20 points. Steele, Nikki Reed Back to Terry Williams. She'll wisely set it up, waits for her teammates to get in position.
And they're going to make them go one-on-one again. And they're just holding the ball out.
We've got the scoring leaders guarding each other now. Christy Hill momentarily, now she picks her up again. Good move by Williams, up and in.
That's looks like a little four corner, and that's the girl you want the ball in the hand of.
Quickly down for Dawn Pabst. Drives across the lane, puts it up good, and she's
That's
fouled.
a nice shot. She did a good crossover dribble that time to get herself free. I don't know if you could hear the coach in the background, but Coach Talon is upset with the young lady who made a foul that time. He says, move your feet, and that's what a coach tries to get, is their ball players to play defense with their feet and not with their hands. And if you move your feet, get your body in position, you can sometimes stop the ball player, draw a charge or something, and that's something you really, really got to work at.
Tawana Whitehurst checks out of the ball game for the Phantoms. Dawn Pabst can't get the three-point play, and we've got a foul inside. This one's called on Lynetta Hailstone, I believe. That's her third.
Well, depending on what happens in the coin flip, it looks at this point that the Phantoms are going to win, and that will tie the Denby Patriots with the Kecoughtan Warriors for the 7th and 8th spot, and they'll do a coin flip. And one that ends up in 7th place will play Phoebus, and then whoever ends up in 8th place has the dubious position of playing the undefeated Bethel Bruins.
Casey Brown connects.
A 20-point lead, that just kind of locked it up if it hadn't already been locked up.
Well, you know, if you'd imagine this in the third quarter, you never would have.
That's right, you sure wouldn't have.
Christy Hill, no good. Ball tips out. Here comes Casey Brown. 3-on-1. Left-handed dribble. Put it up. No. Gets her own rebound, but finally it's knocked loose, taken by the Warriors. They'll do a little running of their own. Dawn Pabst will put it up. She's fouled, and her shot won't go. But she'll get 2 shots.
They are moving the ball up and down the court now. Of course, that's what Mike Talon wants, is a high or fast tempo game, because his team is going to score more than the other team, and they are out by 20 points. And those young ladies out there for Kecoughtan are getting kind of tired, because I know Dawn Pabst and Christy Hill have been out there almost the whole game, and they're starting to get a little tired.
Six points for Dawn Pabst. This one won't go, however. Casey Brown off for the rebound. She's really fast. She comes up the court, wants to push it up fast, plants the feet, dishes off to Nikki Reed, a little bit short, and the Warriors come out with the ball. Just a minute remaining. Dawn Pabst, no good. Inside, the ball taken. Warriors get it. Tony Pardue will kiss it off the glass.
Nice shot. That was she banked that shot in. She looked at the board the whole time, and that's what you like to see. Somebody can use the backboard when they shoot.
5 points for Tony Pardue. She accidentally got Nikki Reed in the eye, and then we've got a foul. Christy Hill called for the personal foul. Nikki Reed will come in. She caught a finger in the eye, an unintentional situation, but it doesn't hurt any less.
We got 35 seconds left to go, Tim, and it looks like the Phantoms have got this well in hand, and they've got lock of number 2 place. The way the district runs is Bethel Bruins, who won the district, automatically goes to the regionals. They have an automatic berth, and whoever wins the district tournament, or if the Bruins win, whoever is the second place team, they will also go. So Mike Talon knows now that he either has to win the district tournament or come in second, and his team will also go to the regionals.
1 and 1 at the free throw line will be Terry Williams. She's got 22 points on the evening. Make that 23. She has been battling all evening long with Christy Hill. Christy Hill has 20 points. And make that 24 points. So our district leading scorer has about 4 points more than her average. And we've got another palming the ball. That's the second time. Dawn Papps, when she dribbles with her left hand on that side, has a tendency to carry the ball a little bit.
But, you know, she is doing a fantastic job out there. If you stop and think that she is the one who is the quarterback and the leader of that team, and she's just a 9th grader. So, you know, she's going to make some mistakes out there that a lot of sophomore, juniors, and seniors are making. And the next couple, 3 years, she's not going to make those mistakes. She's going to be a real good ball player for the Warriors.
Well, there she goes to the bench as she will foul out of the ball game. And Dawn Papps will leave with 6 points. Kecoughtan needs to get one more player out there, and they will in the form of Sharon Moody, number 25.
No, look who's coming in, our exchange student.
Okay, that's Yuko Ino, number 10, exchange student for the Kecoughtan Warriors. 20 seconds remaining.
She is a real good she's a real good softball player in Japan. She's an exchange student at Kecoughtan, and the first time she played the basketball game, she was guarding a girl, and the girl made the basket, she applauded. So, they are very nice.
Basket counts. And Denise Phillips will get credit for the basket. 17 seconds remaining, 56-35. The Phoebus Phantom girls team on the way to victory. This is Christy Hill. Double team, gives up the dribble. Shot no good. And that's your ball game, 56-35. In just a moment, we're going to have an interview with A.G. Womble after he has a chance to watch Coach Talon go over and congratulate Gordon White, the head coach for Kecoughtan. AG is going to try and get a chance here to talk with Mike Talon.
Mike, congratulations. You got off to a little slow start tonight, but 21.1 you got to be happy with.
I am at the way they came out and played the middle part of the third quarter on. You could see the difference in the aggressiveness. It's just, well, I don't know what it takes. They've been the last, I guess, 8 games they've come out and started real slow like this. And
Casey Brown had a great game tonight.
She had a great second half. Her first half, she was non-existent. She was the last person down the floor. Got no rebounds. Wasn't boxing out. But second half, she got a little fired up in the locker room, and she's the key to the press going. When you can see when she gets aggressive, everybody else picks up. And she brought us back.
All right, Mike, you got the tournament coming up. You're in second place. What do you feel about what's going to happen?
Well, I still feel like there's between the 2, 3, 4, and even the 5 teams, the 5th place teams, that any of those three, I think those teams are going to be fighting it out. Kecoughtan can upset some people because they're very, very capable, very well disciplined. And with Christy Hill, you know, she played another good game against us. She kind of got frustrated when we came back, went up by 10 points. She kind of laid down on them.
Mike, great season so far. Good luck in the tournament, and hope to hear a lot of good things.
Thank you, AG. I appreciate it.
Okay, AG, thank you very much. Just a real quick recap before the start of tonight's boys game. Just to recap for you, the leading scorer for the Phantoms, Terry Williams with 24 points. Casey Brown had 15, 7 for Nikki Reed, 4 each for Twiz Jenkins and Twana Whitehurst, as the statistics prove out to be just that, 85% from the floor for Phoebus, and 81% from free throws. They had only 6 turnovers in the second half, and Kecoughtan had 12 turnovers here in the second half. 50% Kecoughtan did from the free throw line, and only 26% from the floor, 7 out of 26. They were led with Christy Hill with 20 points, 6 points for Don Papp, 5 points for Darlene Moore, and 2 points each for Tony Perdue and Felicia Kemp. So the Warriors finish up 5 and 11, and the Phoebus Phantoms are 12 and 4 on the season. Bob, a little quick wrap up.
Well, just real quick wrap up. Mike Talon's girls did what he wanted them to do the second half, and Kecoughtan Warriors played, I thought, a real good job the first half, and it ended up like most people would have expected when you got the number 2 team in the district playing the number 7-8 team in the district. So the Warriors have nothing to be ashamed of. They're going to the district tournament. There will be a coin flip to see who they're going to play. I think this will wrap it up. We're going to take a quick pause, I believe, won't we, Tim?
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
We'll be back with the start of the boys' game, so don't go away. We'll be right back after this brief timeout.
Driving out here can be risky. So can driving out there. Hi, I'm Jerry Miller, driver of the Lang Miller race car, reminding you that when you're holding onto the wheel of a car, you're also holding onto your life and the lives of others. Driving is serious business, and there's only 2 ways to do it, safe and sober. Remember, friends don't let friends drive drunk.
Virginians have always answered the call to serve their state. It's a matter of pride. It's that time again. Virginia needs former military as well as civilian skills such as doctors, nurses, dentists, boat owners, pilots, and plane owners who are willing to serve within the state if the National Guard is called away. Why not call us at 1-800-572-3019? We'll send you some information and get some from you. That's 1-800-572-3019.